In 1938, Broadway Avenue was the major connection between a bustling downtown Cleveland and the growing southeastern suburbs. Businesses and immigrant residential areas dotted the busy byway as a part of the Slavic Village neighborhood. Years later, as former urban dwellers moved further south to the suburbs and highways became the preferred route in and out of Cleveland, the once bright Broadway Avenue fell a victim of urban sprawl and ultimately predatory lending, becoming ground zero of the mortgage crisis. Third Federal, as the only major financial institution in Cleveland headquartered in the inner city, never gave up the fight that one day Broadway and the active Slavic Village neighborhood would be restored. This community bank wasn't going to give up on the community that helped to build and grow it. Third Federal continued to promote financial stability and prosperity in the neighborhood to its residents.
It goes way back to when my grandfather was working and living here in the neighborhood. And back then he was a teamster, and he delivered beer and bricks and coal and that. My dad started the company with my mom in 1938. On their honeymoon, they went to Washington, D.C. and applied for the charter. We're committed to this neighborhood. Some of the projects are very small but meaningful. Some are a little bit bigger and meaningful, but we're not going to take a back seat and give up. There's a lot that this community has done for Third Federal, for the Stefanski family, and we remember that commitment. Making money in a corporation is a good thing, but that's not the only reason that a corporation is in business. A corporation needs to have a social responsibility.
The foundation was created in April of 2007 when Third Federal did a public stock offering, and the bank put $55 million into a foundation. By creating the foundation, it's really created a stronger vehicle for Third Federal to give back.
We have a facility right across the street from our main office for elder care, and the street improvements. You know, when we built this campus originally, back in 1994 and enhanced it, we did that without taxpayer money. We did that without tax abatements.
Acting on the bank's own values of love, trust, respect, and a commitment to excellence, and by using its leadership to encourage forward thinking and inclusion of ideas from working with public, private, and nonprofit groups, it led the charge to stop the decline and begin the rebirth.
Slavic Village is a neighborhood that we can all be proud of because we come together as a team. Neighbors, businesses, and groups from all over Northeast Ohio. That's what makes Slavic Village special.
What hadn't been lost in the decline of Slavic Village, however, was the spirit that once embodied the neighborhood. Millions of dollars in housing, new schools, and business development through public and private partnerships have begun to reinvigorate the neighborhood that Polish immigrants once called Little Warsaw.
And we're also doing green space expansions. We have the first rails to trails trail in the city of Cleveland, so we're expanding that as we go through the neighborhood, making more connections to it.
From our smaller projects like our community gardens to the larger projects like the Velodrome, we are very proud of what's going on in our community. It not only impacts positively Slavic Village, but the region and the city as a whole.
We're just as committed to Slavic Village today as we were when we opened up our doors back in 1938. And with all that's going on, we're looking forward to seeing what happens next.